So this video is going to be covered over the course of maybe a couple days, something like that. We'll see. Definitely not going to finish it today due to the weather outside. Looking like that. Looks like it'll rain at any given second. I don't really want to be out there working. Pulled off one of the side skirts though. So as the title suggests, I'm going to be making custom side splitters for the car to kind of finish that aggressive look. And since I have my front bumper with the front splitter in here, it's dirty, but you know, whatever. I want to kind of continue this look all the way around. So with the side skirts being right here, I want something that's going to come out. So I went to my local Lowe's and bought this sheet of, it's like an enhanced plexiglass type of thing. It's pretty thick quality wise. Actually, I think it's the same thickness as the wood or whatever type of wood that is that came with the Rocket Bunny kit. Looks like I did an overkill on it though, size wise, but that's cool because I got some other splitters that I'm gonna be making, so I'll just be able to use the same sheet. Let's see. Yeah, it's an acrylic sheet, 36 by 72 inch. And I think when I got this from Lowe's, it was like 90 bucks. Most people go and get ABS plastic from like a plastic manufacturer. I don't have one of those in my area, so I couldn't do that. This was the next best thing because I heard that ordering the ABS plastic sheets online from like Amazon, they come in like rolls. And they're really flexible and, you know, nothing that you can make a splitter out of. So this is the next best thing. It's very strong and it's pretty thick. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a template out of cardboard on how I want it to look on this. Size it up and everything like that. And then we'll go ahead and cut it out. You know, cut it out, mount it to the side skirt, then take it back off. Paint it black. Got some universal gloss clear, stuff for that. So that'll be fine. And then, yeah, just do the same thing for the other side. Let's get started. Just cutting out the basic part. What I'm going to do is probably just take the grinding head of the Dremel, clean this side up a little bit more. I like get it all like somewhat smooth so it's not rushed, even though this is the side that's going to be under the car, nobody's going to see it. It's going to be kind of smooth, just clean up a little bit. Then we can take the plastic off because like you can see, if you look through here, you see how it's this line. It's actually like a protective film or something like that. Take that off and then get ready to like mount it. So I have to drill holes to mount it and stuff like that for the rib nuts, but so far so good. And that's how much of this sheet I actually ended up using. So I'll have more than enough to make the other side, and I could probably add some other stuff whenever I want to. So there is a special piece that I want to put for the back of the side splitters that I'll definitely be able to make out of this. Went ahead and grinded down this as much as I could so it's just not jagged. Also cut myself in the process. Now I'm just peeling off this to make it transparent. For what reason? Just to remove the protective film on it because it's going to be getting painted. We're not going to be leaving it transparent. So there we go. Now all we got to do is drill holes to mount it up to that. I will be mounting them like this, and they should come out that much, and they're coming out that much for a reason because I have something else that I'm going to be doing with them. But I will be painting this black so that you can see it more. Right now it's just transparent, but yeah, I'll be drilling, make sure that they're measured out. I've already drilled the holes in the bottom of the side skirts, so I'll just have to drill these, put rib nuts and going for. As you can see, it is mounted, and yeah, that's pretty much that's it right there. as far as how it's mounted and everything like that. Just got some, I think these are M6 bolts and a washer. Got 5 of them going all the way through. Thanks to the lovely Riv Nut gun, best tool ever purchased. I was able to just drill a hole, add a Riv Nut, and then pop those in there, and it looks pretty good in my opinion. So, plus it's solid. It's really solid. Like while it's mounted on here, it's solid as fuck. So I'm pretty sure that it's not gonna like break or anything unless I just bottom out and split something or roll over or something like that. This should be fine. The only step left is to paint it black. That's about it, and then just do the other side. So we'll go ahead and do that. But yeah, I consider that a decent looking side skirt. So it'll definitely pop more when it's black, but yeah, for now, that's how it is. Let's paint this real quick. Up here, a little bit of universal gloss paint and primer and one black Rust-Oleum paint with the special nozzle, because we don't like those broke ones. Just do one coat. And that is how you start it off. Go ahead and hit this like 2 or 3 more times. Flip it. Ready for the stripe that I'm going to be doing across it. Pretty simple. Should be the same color as this striping, even though it's not going to be this dirty, or it should be flat instead of how that was. It was just really hard to mask that, but it is what it is. I'll take the paint and go ahead and paint this and get you guys to a finished result. Probably mounted or something like that, but we'll see. Looks like it's time to clear coat it. I'm gonna actually attempt to protect it this time, because when I did this, I didn't clear coat it at all, and the sun just kind of like color faded this, but it's really bad on the hood, so I'm gonna go ahead and just clear coat that after this last coat of orange dries. Looking at it, I'm liking it. I'm liking the way this looks so far. Definitely excited to see how this will look in a car. The only thing that I somewhat concerned about is kind of like keeping these. I might have to cut for the wheels in the front and the back, but it should be fine. But that's the only adjustment I could think of. So let's go ahead and mount this on the car, see what it looks like. Unfortunately, I won't get the full look because I have to repair my bumper due to some jackass hitting it and causing various cracks and stuff like that I got to repair now. So let's go ahead and just bolt this up real quick. So now that I'm looking at it, you know, I like it, don't get me wrong. I did kind of forget to take into consideration that my side skirts curve underwards, so instead of it being flat out, it's at like a little bit of an angle. And I shouldn't have been worried about the length because it's technically too short, but this won't be that much of a problem. I'll find a way to fix this with the piece that I'm going to put connecting this to there. That should be fine, and this part should be fine too. I also feel like if I got this to sit the way that it's supposed to, it'll be a bit cleaner, but for the most part, it's there. Let's see. It's pretty much how it looks, like a standard thing. It'll look better with the front bumper, just kind of like Photoshop it on there or something like that. But yeah, that's pretty much what it's gonna look like. I need to see it all together to get the full feel for it, but I can probably gonna leave that on there, do the other side, call it a day. But if that is the result that you want, that is how you get it. Template that I'm gonna use for the second piece to both side splitters. This part will bolt to this like splitter itself, and that part up there will bolt to the rear over fenders. So we'll see how this goes. Made the template, test fitted it, it looked good. So we just made an outline. Gonna cut this out and see how that lines up. Went ahead and got it cut out. Man, this stuff gets everywhere, but whatever. All in the name of car parts. Template done. Got it basically exactly the same. So before I go test fit this to make sure that it's the right size and everything like that, I'm gonna go ahead and do the stripe for the other splitter on the driver's side. But you guys have already seen how that's gonna look, so I'm not gonna show that. I'll probably show the aftermath of me test fitting this, getting ready to drill holes and whatnot. The last clip and this clip, this was the first one that you guys saw. I broke it. I was drilling that hole, shot a crack all the way through the top, split the whole thing. So I had to make a second one. And when I did the second one, I drilled the holes a little more delicately, test fitted it, everything like that. Turned out good. So now I have painted it black. And I'm just waiting on this to dry. Still haven't striped the orange. I added another coat of black on that. And I'm just waiting on both of them to dry. I'm going to add the orange to that side. I'm debating on adding orange to this, specifically to follow the curve. But I'm not 100% sure yet. I might just mount it black first and then see if I want to add orange after that. So that's up for debate right now. But as far as doing the side splitters, driver's side splitter is done. Passenger side, I don't even know what I call this, like a side canard or something like that. This is done. The bracket setup for that is done. Everything for this side is basically done with the exception of paint. Driver's side, I still have to make one of these. I still have to do the other bracket. As far as the bracket setup, I had one of these that I cut in half, and I literally just took 4 of these riv nuts right here and popped them in there. Just like that. Boom. And riv nutted it in, just let it stay like that. Both sides, 2 on the bottom, 2 on the top, and that was pretty much it. So that is what's holding the bottom part of the side canards, and then the top is going to be held in by one big ass bolt, because I feel like the most wind play is going to be up there. So I'm pretty happy with it, honestly. As far as the whole adding the orange stripe thing to follow that curve, I think I'm gonna leave it black. I feel like the extra stripe would be a little too much. I'm gonna just leave it like that. But yeah, I feel like it gets rid of that kind of like emptiness, in my opinion, or at least that's what I call it. I feel like all that's just like a bunch of empty space, so I wanted to have something to kind of correct that. But definitely like the orange, and then you can kind of see what I was talking about with the orange fading. So this is the orange fresh out, and this is the orange that I had put on my hood. So I'm definitely going to repaint my hood because this is faded, even the sticker faded, but the orange inside the headlights hasn't been faded at all. So definitely going to repaint the hood. I'm thinking about doing a different pattern on it though, but this is definitely the end result. Might slap a sticker on there, who knows. As far as being bolted up, I have one riv nut on the other side of this. I have the 2 bolts going into that bracket that I made. Let's see if I get a, there we go. You can see I just got 4 riv nuts, 4 bolts, 2 in the bottom, 2 up there, and that's it. So as far as performance stuff, I don't really see this doing much. I mean, some people could argue that it will direct air outwards and funnel in, kind of like how the supercars have that vent that be on the side, but whatever. I just wanted something to kind of not cover up, but like, you know, something to just deal with that blankness that was right there. So that's cool. It's pretty much the end of this video right there. I'm not gonna waste your time with the other side again. But yeah, so like, comment, subscribe, follow the build. Till next time.